Snow business is all about snow. Snow is all we do. For us, absolute perfection is the most important thing. The nozzle is the most important part, and this is where most of the focus of R&D goes. And the only way to do it, the absolute only way to do it, is with 3D printing. My name's Paul Denny, and I'm Head of Research for SnowBusiness International. We're the world's biggest suppliers of winter special effects to the film and television industry. The chances are, if you've seen a movie like Star Wars or the Bridget Jones' Diary or Game of Thrones, then the snow you've seen is made by us. The principal part of my job is to design the falling snow machines. It's not really snow, it's actually made from foam, and the most important part of the machine is the nozzle. As you can see, it's a really complicated geometric shape, and it takes the air and the fluid and it combines them together to create the snow effect. There's no way we could make this any other way other than by 3D printing. It's far too complicated. So what I have to do is I design a nozzle and I try it, and I see how the effect works, and then I make small adjustments, and I try it again, and I keep going and going and going, until eventually I come up with something like this, which I think was attempt number 15. When I started making these originally, I was outsourcing them to SLS printers. Now the problem with that, it was about £125 minimum order, and it would take anything up to 7 days for the turnaround. And so what I really needed was a technology that I could use myself on site that would be able to do what I needed it to do. And so that's when we bought our first UltiMaker printer, the UltiMaker 2. The idea was that I could use it to speed up our iterative R&D process so that we could come down on the designs far more quickly. But I quickly realised that we didn't actually have to then have them made using SLS. The actual printer was good enough to make final finished parts themselves. With the UltiMaker, I can print that in 7 hours, I can test it, I can make a small adjustment, I can print another one. And the cost difference between outsourcing this and doing it myself, that cost me a couple of euros worth of plastic. Whereas before it was £125 every time I wanted to make a design change. So the reduction in cost and the time saving that we achieved with the UltiMaker meant that effectively the first printer that we bought from the company paid for itself within 2 weeks. The first printer I bought was the UltiMaker 2, and the first nozzles I printed were in ABS. The problem with putting a support structure on ABS, if you try and print the nozzle in one part, is that you get left with some sort of rough edges around some bits of the part. In order to overcome that, I would print in 2 parts and stick them together. Now we found that we've got the UltiMaker 3, and we can print in nylon and PVA. We can print the part in one piece straight off, so we've saved ourselves all that time in post-processing. Using the nylon, we get quite a reliable and repeatable print. If it gets bashed, it's going to survive. With ABS, we may well have to change it. So the other beauty of using nylon is the fact that the PVA dissolves away. So there are absolutely no marks on it at all from where the support structure was. I think in the future, 3D printing is going to be absolutely huge, and it's going to make massive inroads into automotive technology and space technology. And it's really good for us as a company to be in at the very start of this technology with the best printers in the world, I think.